Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, she's on her green screen looking for a screenshot, and I was going through the food line, and they were talking to me and stuff. I didn't want anyone to hear my info, but she's looking for a screenshot right now, I believe. Oh, here we go.
Okay, bear with me because it's like all over the place now because everything updated. So this is the same picture as her Cash App. I didn't want to dox the actual Cash App name on there, but this one goes by Tiffany Jacobson, and that is not her name either. Not that I know of, Timmy. So, but she also has a Chime, and I don't know if I ever did anything with it. I'm looking for it right now, but the Chime account, if you guys know anything about Chime, if you know anything about Chime, you have to identify who you are in order to have a Cash App or have that Chime. You have to show identification. It's it acts like a legitimate bank. And so when I punched her number in, it's exactly who she is. She in fact is not a licensed private investigator. She is an apprentice licensed investigator. So therefore, when you are an apprentice private investigator, you are working under the authority of a real private investigator. So yes, she is licensed in somewhere in that, but not fully. So what she is doing on TikTok, it's very fraudulent. And here's the problem, and I think I've posted it in a couple of videos. What she has been doing on TikTok, not only to Chris, unfortunately. I mean, I do believe that Chris needs awareness done to him. Reddit has done more of a job here lately of keeping each other informed because she detoured. Apparently Chris got boring. I never really kept up on Chris because I didn't care to keep up on Chris. Then she, so what she's doing is not only illegal for her, she can lose her apprentice license. The person that she's working under, their firm, can also lose their license. So somebody that's worked extremely hard to have their own private investigation firm, the owners will be held liable because of her actions that she has done here on TikTok. She should have never. Oh yeah, trust me, that's where it's going next. She shouldn't be bringing awareness to anybody. She shouldn't even be on TikTok talking about anybody. She should not be bringing any type of awareness. Shame on you, Chris. Tell the truth. I'm not going to use your real name. What you have done to others on here is absolutely ridiculous, and that's why it's very important that I find. Go back to this. I want you guys to actually be able to hear this, because in the beginning she said she worked solo, and that's so far from the truth. Because I'll tell you how she gets her information. She gets her information from people here on TikTok. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. And just because you either don't like me, don't like KK, don't like SP, don't like anybody on this app, how many of you believe in going real life off the app to contact friends, family, parents, children? Do you guys believe in that? Okay, I've got a few.
And you already know how I feel about this. Not unless someone is in immediate danger. No.
Exactly. So when Chris Tell the Truth came in on our part, when we were bringing awareness to SP, she said she wanted to help. And I have a screenshot of when I was in her live and why. Part of it, she tried to say in a live that, and if I can't find it, I will post it to my TikTok. So believe me, I did not mean to have technical difficulties. Like, seriously, my computer, I can't even show you guys. My computer's all messed up. I had everything in a line and now I can't find it. But anyway, when she came on board and she said that I was jealous of her, that I was upset with her for taking all the credit. I think I said that, but it came out wrong because I'm never good with my words when I'm frustrated like I am now. It wasn't about that. She basically came in and brushed us under the rug. She wanted all our information and she was getting it all wrong. Several times I had spoke with her on the phone and she had to do other things. Now I'm going to show you a screenshot real quick. Okay. Can anybody guess who this might be? This would be Chris Tell the Truth. This is her account. This is where she said that she was going to be helping. And instead basically brushed us under the rug. We worked on her as a group for about a good 6 months before we did our first live.
So in case anybody is like maybe overlooking something, she straight up says her account is SP is a liar 236. That was one of her other accounts, which she probably has many that we don't know about.
Exactly. She has multiple. Now hold tight. This will prove. Other than this, give me a second. Let me show my next one. This is also her where she is talking about the warrant. Originally, when I had told her, told that I had gave the address in one of my lives, and she was all trying to make me look bad, whatever, I don't know. Originally, the address was given for her to talk on Chris Stiller's children so that she could get a protection order, and then it was supposed to be dropped. She went a lot further than what we had agreed upon. We were basically snuffed out. I didn't agree with it, and neither did Bridge Queen. And as much as Bridge Queen says that let's see, I don't know how to word this. We were behind the scenes and talking to each other nonstop. And she said that she didn't agree with Chris Tell the Truth. But in the same sentence, she liked sitting in the box with her because it was good clout, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not like that. I'm going to speak my mind. And she said, no, don't. And I said, no, I don't agree with this. This is bullshit. We worked too hard for all this. She's constantly twisting everything to fit her narrative and not telling the complete truth. Bridget and I weren't very big. We were still fighting with everybody that we were friends with on SP's side. That takes time. We're not the only ones that started awareness on her. Back when I first joined SP, they were bringing awareness to her, and I was caught up in it. She didn't want to hear people talking about her. She told us not to believe anything, that if we were caught somewhere, we would be blocked immediately. Like, the same thing that she just did when Bridge and I were bringing awareness to her. So we needed that extra help. We went to other anti-scams. So I was really deeply upset to see the other anti-scam people actually sitting with Chris Tell the Truth while she doxed people. That meant they agreed with it. She was telling everybody to contact the Horry County Police Department on a 20-year warrant. You know how that warrant came about from 20 years ago? Because somebody had to request that it be opened. They had to get enough bullshit to get it reopened. It was dead in the water. So a warrant will actually, how do I call it? Expire. So in order to get that warrant back, there has to be someone pressing the issue. At one time, someone told me that all I wanted to do was destroy SP's life. That was far from the truth. All I wanted to do was bring awareness to the factual stuff that she was doing on TikTok. I didn't believe about her believing, oops.
Hey, Roger, how you doing?
Well, we know that voice too. I didn't want SP to feed narratives like she was doing. So that's how Chris Tell the Truth got the address. And she decided to go farther. And she stated in a live, I wish I could find it. I think I got it on my phone somewhere, but you can't play live video on green screen, can you? Okay, that's what I thought. I'll have to find it again. So that's what I get for doing everything on my phone. She wasn't going to stop until SP was behind bars. I think, yeah, I do. But, you know, I break all my devices. The last one I had, I ran over it with a pallet jack, and it's pretty much destroyed. And that had a lot of information on it. But she wasn't going to stop until she had her behind bars. Now, how fair was that to the people that SP was living with home life? When I gave, well, not just myself, when we gave Chris Tell the Truth the information, she kept saying, with my investigations, with my private eye investigation skills, my databases. You just set yourself up for failure, Chris Tell the Truth, because you're not allowed to use your databases to look people up. That is grounds for being a criminal offense. And you've stated multiple times that you did use your databases for that. One of them I have. I'm going to play it back after she gets done and she can talk to you guys and all that stuff. I'm going to sit here and look through some of these videos that I have. But that way you guys can actually see the proof, because a lot of people are interested in the proof. And I do have proof. Some of it I may have to just repost to my page. Because I'm having technical difficulties. Let me see what else. At one time, she stated that she decided to, and I'm not paying attention to chat, guys. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'm already scatterbrained. If you get muted, blocked, or whatever, I trust my moderators fully. Where was I going? Holy shit. At any rate, she was calling SP's children tadpoles, the very same people that she was saying that she contacted. And she kept saying that one of them was going to come live. Well, that never happened. Just like she kept saying that she was turning Chris over to something and he was going to be arrested. That's never happened. She got lucky with SP because she got the warrant opened. But then she said in another comment, when it came to the funds, after KK came out about SP actually being a scammer for money, she said that she was going to get to a certain amount and turn it over to the FBI. Has that happened? No. So she's calling her SP's children tadpoles. That's very disrespectful since she supposedly talked to them. Then she goes straight over and decides that her and KK had a truce because she wanted that information. KK's not stupid. She's not going to give everything. She was the one that brought the awareness to SP actually being a scammer. In our era, I don't know how many years ago it was, but the YouTube days, where she had scammed. Unfortunately, a lot of them didn't take screenshots or have proof of the money, but I fully believe them when it comes to the money. So therefore, why wait till you get a certain amount to get to turn her into the FBI? Because if she's as bad as slots, then come on, turn it over. But if she did that, then she would have to turn over everything that she did as a private detective and using her databases. Okay. Gotcha. So when the tallies started coming up for whatever reason, she decides that KK has 24 hours to produce all the receipts, or else. What was that or else? And who do you think you are threatening people? SP's off the app. Congratulations. I'll give you all that. But I don't feel that it was right to go that far. And let me point out, I'm going to show a screenshot real quick. Let me find it. Bear with me. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this was what I was going to post at one time. It said right here proves how I dislike how far things went. And down in the comments, I said I can't see it. Hang on, let me see if I can swipe off the comments right here. Nope. This is too far. Two wrongs don't make a right. I don't like SP, but this is too far. That right there was during a live where I said that I did not agree with how far she was going with it. That doesn't mean I went back to SP. I just didn't believe that we should have, thank you, KK, because I didn't know how to do it. I just don't think that we should have went that far into someone's life, destroy other people in the process. You don't think that maybe she was a different person with these other people? She obviously was, because she was with him for 13 some years. We just wanted her off the app. That was the original goal. So I was very disappointed to see that we were going to do everything that we could to destroy someone's life. Now, everybody may have their own opinion, and that's fine. SP's done some really horrible things to people. People I know. And there's things that can't be forgiven. But I just didn't believe in destroying other people's lives and bringing up things that could traumatize others. I'm sure that her kids didn't appreciate being called tadpoles, Chris, tell the truth. But this was the same particular live where she was telling everybody to call the Horry County Police Department. She wasn't going to stop till she was in jail. She wasn't going to stop till she was this or that. Well, I didn't believe in that. Karma has its way of coming back, and now it's coming back to you. Chris, tell the truth. So she gave KK 24 hours to produce everything. Why? I believe it's for the same reason as with what happened with me when I backed out, because she was shoving us under the rug like we were nobodies. I'm not going to sit up there and listen to someone say they did this or did that. And we worked very hard to do what we did to try and bring awareness. It was very hard for me to even go live like that. I've never done anything like this. This wasn't why I originally joined TikTok. But like everybody else that was with SP, we got caught up in the moment. And now we're paying the price. Long. Absolutely. That was, Katie Bear, it is absolutely truth. Unfortunately, I could say that's one thing that SP did tell the truth about. God, I hate saying that because I despise that woman. I despise SP so bad for taking not only money, but some of our trust. She knew things about our families. And that hurt. That hurt a lot of us. And I really didn't realize it, how much it hurt or how much it affected everybody until I took those screenshots in our Discord. And I started leaking a little bit here and there. I was so caught up being mad at someone on the internet that I put others at risk. And that I am so sorry for. I've had a lot of people forgive me, and I am thankful for that. Because we made a lot of true friendships over there. The one thing, when I left with Bridge Queen, I thought I had a true friend. I didn't. I only had that friend that wanted all the clout on here because she stuck to Chris Tell the Truth's butthole so fast that she was willing to do anything. I lost a lot of, but when we started doing this awareness, there was a group of us. And I missed that group. But now looking back, I realized how much Bridge Queen talked about them all. And it was just like living with SP on live again. Trying to get everybody to turn their back on each other. Then there was a second one. The two people that were left. And I stuck up for them hardcore. I stuck up for the wrong people. That was Bridge Queen and Toughest Flowers. That was a really hard one to swallow because I was there through all of that. Staying up late, losing sleep, making sure Toughest was okay. And she went behind my back and was right there with Chris Tell the Truth. Because she's a PI, right? She's a real PI. I wish I could show you guys the paperwork. I wish I could tell you where she works. I wish I could tell you all about her. One thing I can tell you though, hang on a minute, I got some screenshots. I want her to see that I know who she is. And I'm not going to stop. She's got to quit getting on this app, pretending she's a big badass who hasn't been live since what, August 2nd? What, did your wells run dry on your awareness on Chris when everybody thought you were doing so great? Now Reddit, the Reddit people have to do their own because you were supposed to be the savior. You turned your back on your own sister. Which is for Nikki. And Nikki scammed you. How's that feel? But I want her to see that I do know who she is. Because at the end of the live, you'll understand why. Hold tight. Oh, where'd it go? How do I get back? Where'd my green screen go? Here we go. Okay, I've redacted where she was from. I don't know how much you can see of this. Probably not a whole lot. Let me see. This was when she was divorced. And I believe it was in 21. I can't see the whole... I don't even know how to shrink it. How do you shrink it? KK must be busy. Damn it, broke. It's about Chris Tell the Truth that needs to take truth out of her name. So anyway, she got divorced. I'll post this to my page later. This was when she was divorced. Let me add another one. This was when she sold her house in 2021. Back in another state from where she's at now. I don't know which one that one. Oh, that's the PayPal account. I only left the last three. When KK is able to talk, then I'll go back and I will find the other screenshots. I'm hoping she can find a couple of different ones. And maybe she can, I know she's not home though, so she probably won't be able to play him. So then she starts going after after KK, giving her 24 hours to release all the documents. I can't remember what she said she was going to do. Nobody's scared. KK never gave in. That was when she decided that she was going to break the truce. So if you don't follow the rules or the requests of Chris Tell the Truth, she attacks. She, in fact, and I'm looking for that video. And like I said, anything I can't show up, look for it on the page. I will make sure it gets up. I'm having technical difficulties per the usual because I don't normally go live. But she did, in fact, show KK's minor child online. That is an offense that, because of her status as an apprentice private investigator, can serve jail time on. That is called, shit. Anyway, she posted a child online and it's illegal for her. I can't tell you her name, Lisa J. I can't. Reason being is I'm going the legal route. What she did to me, she had a live on me one night saying I was a traitor. Fine, do that. Do you realize that when I went in that live, and I'll have the live on my YouTube, I'll share the link, I don't care. Someone called me, someone I held very dear to my heart. Someone that was helping me through some really tough times. This is where I get a little emotional because this hurt. You don't think that you hurt people. You think this is all fun and games, Chris, tell the truth, and it's not. You said I was a traitor. Why? Because you said I went back to SP. No, I didn't go back to SP. Did I say that I would help get a protective order? Absolutely. Because I did not believe in going that far, which I just showed the screenshot of what you were doing. When I was accused of trying to destroy someone's life, when I was accused of multiple times saying I was going to have someone buried, that got to me. I didn't want anybody's unaliving on my shoulders. But I was being accused of that. And it made me think. Back when I was talking a lot of the anti-scam that I actually trusted. God, I'm very ashamed of you. You're a hypocrite. Because you were in that live cheering it the hell on. So when Florida Man threw that live on you, I didn't really give a shit. Because he just spoke the truth. So when she found out that me and this other person, I don't want to name her. I don't. Because I still care about her and I'm still hurt. But guess what? We don't talk. We don't talk that much. I'm not really sure. I think her sister was scammed by Chris Mosteller. If I remember correctly. SP had been streaming them and I remember when SP wanted so badly to get in Mackenzie's box. That was back when I was following, and she kept telling us to go over there and try to get her a box, let him know. She was throwing gifts at her. I was muted for saying, hey, SP wants a box. Yeah, so it's fine. But I think that's how that all got started. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I'm just out there with trying to keep track of the timeline. So She calls me a traitor, this, that, and the other. She's even still got it posted to her page. Remember, what she's doing is illegal. For anybody, a private investigator, an apprentice private investigator, it is illegal for you to do this. Whether you used your databases or not is irrelevant. You are not supposed to be doing this on TikTok. So, hold please. I don't know. That's where someone else has to touch up on that. 'Cause I'm not, yeah. I don't know how someone, I was just brought to my attention, how Nikki scammed her. To me, a scam is a scam, whether you do it emotionally, financially, whatever. And I do believe that Nikki got a whole lot more money than what they're saying. But that's just my belief. Did who have a cleat license? It's not just with money. You can do it fine. You can do it emotionally too. You can use people, tell them certain things. That's why Chris Tell the Truth thought it'd be a cool idea to try and prove that, I don't know what a cleat license is. I'll get back to you on that one because I'm not really sure. She has a license, trust me. It is a license, but it's a cleat license to be. I have no idea what a cleat license is. She's an apprentice private investigator. She works under another firm, and that firm can be held liable for her actions alone. So yeah, exactly. So she can she's a licensed apprentice private investigator. They can tell her and go out, take pictures of this or look this up or do this or do that. But everything that she does will fall in the lap of an sorry, I had to do a puzzle piece. Where'd everything go? Okay. So when you're an apprentice, I guess I need to do something. I don't know, move around. Everything falls back onto that private investigator's firm. So whoever earns that firm can lose their livelihood that they've worked so hard for because of her and her actions. You are not allowed to go on TikTok and talk about this. You just can't. It's illegal. It's very illegal. I think I posted some of them, just so people could be aware. If I could give you her name, I would. If I could give you where she's at, I would. I can only give partials of things. I don't know about, I don't know if she used the company phone for her lives or not. I don't know if she has a,
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. There you go.
No, I was just like, I could finally talk. So I get home and my husband's like, I need to go cash my check, and then we have to go get his van. So I had to get back in the car. So I'm with my husband and my little one. So that's why I can't talk.
You're fine.
I'm driving.
You're fine. I'm just going to keep talking.
And I don't want him yelling at me like, why are you talking? Blah, blah, blah. Like, don't talk while you're driving.
You're fine. I will probably, as soon as I get done finishing up some things, I'm going to, if someone else wanted to join the box and just chitter chatter while I get the videos back up, because I have this thing called a Dropbox, and it didn't transfer everything like it was supposed to after my computer updated. It's like it says I'm successfully logged in, but it won't let me get to anything. So, and that was right at the live.
And to kind of like, go a little bit. So Nikki was getting money behind the scenes on Cash App the whole time, and she knew about it, and I have proof of that. It's a very intense situation where someone's safety could be put at risk. So that's why I haven't put it out yet. But I have that proof. And if I ever do get the green go ahead, I'm going to show so many things that would shock you guys. And I know I hate saying it and not showing it because that's not like me. I don't like doing that. But I'm just putting it out there. So hopefully, she's probably in here listening. She probably has people screen recording, whatever.
Absolutely.
1000%. I have the receipts. She was getting money behind the scenes. 100%. Now, not a lot. Well, not like thousands and thousands and thousands at a time, but she was getting money behind the scenes. The kids' clothes for school was paid for, which she deserves that. Like, I'm not saying that the kids didn't deserve all the other stuff that was going on for years. This person was sending it her. It's all the other stuff that was going on for years. This person was sending it her money for years, and she knew about it up until January of this year, I believe. Yeah, January of this year.
And it's unfortunate because sometimes we're just bound to everything. But why would we get up here and actually lie about anything? I have no reason to lie. Like I said, when she held that live saying I was a traitor, this and that and the other. Let's talk about traitor. Let's talk about Mercy May. Did you know Mercy May was actually texting me behind the scenes telling me she didn't believe in what Chris Tell the Truth was doing?
Which, that's funny because her, I can't say very much, but she will pretend to be your friend in your face, and then she will lie to everybody else around you to turn them against you, use conversations out of context. But you know what? I don't care. I will show you the full receipts, the full conversation from start to end, even if it makes me look like a douchebag.
Yeah.
She did it to you. She did it. She's done it to so many people.
Yeah, and she has now blocked me up on her backup, which is fine. I only kept it there for a little reason. And by the way, I do have Chris Tell the Truth unblocked because actually she blocked me. She blocked me when she decided to hold live to do an interview with somebody about my cancer. When she tried to make it look like I actually went back to SP. Now, during this time, this big window, if I had really went back to SP, I was sharing some things that I still had of SPs to KK. So if I was back with SP, why would I do that? Makes no sense. Yes. And Mercy May has now resorted to begging for money on Facebook, I believe. So you going to cover her, Chris? Probably not. She keeps saying she's working on other people, but KK distracted her or I distracted her. So from the time, let's see, when was it? I'd have to go back and look at my notes somewhere in my phone. Back when I said that, oh, well, no, it was about the time that she was talking about, it was prior to SP going to jail. So it was sometime after, no, it was before that, before SP went to jail, that I said that I would get a protection of order. That's not the first time I've ever offered it either. Right, Tammy, Brady's mom? The one who likes to message me, tell me I'm faking cancer? Gotcha. Because I offered your family to get one against SP for going after Brady. But then you decide to stick your big nose in everything and keep things going. And I really, truly believe that's why Brady got it so bad, was because of you. It wasn't Brady. It was you. So I blocked you. So don't ever contact me again telling me I'm faking cancer. See what your narrative did, Chris, tell the truth. But anyway, so after she says I'm a traitor, this, that, and the other, she decides to hold a live to talk. I did not say she had my records. Let's get that straight. To talk about my cancer. Why? Because she was hoping that I was scamming someone else that has cancer, terminal cancer, into thinking I scammed her and I was just lying, this and that and the other. That's really funny because I'm gonna play a little clip for you here in just a second, because I can actually play this one if I go to the TikTok and go to my page. It was the day I rang the bell, and I made a promise to someone that I was going to try and beat this, like the whole 9 yards. So from September, when it was before SP went to jail. So when I was just completely done with the whole SP thing, I didn't want to have anything to do with Chris to tell the truth. I didn't want to have anything to do with Bridge Queen, Toughest Flower. I didn't want to have nothing to do with the whole mess, right? So you're going to wait September, October, November, December, January, February, March. What was it? March. Let me go back. Almost 7 or 8 months.
Well, and Diva, and just the fact, and I put it in the comments, but comments are rolling so fast. The fact that whenever they were conversating about this, I asked them, I said, let me reach out to her. I'm sure she will have no issue proving to you anything that you guys are wondering about. And they declined. They said, no, we don't want to hear it. They had an opportunity to see that proof before they went live, but they chose to go live about her cancer instead. Just want to put that out there.
And I was also blocked. So how can I defend myself? I was constantly muted in the Trader Live. Couldn't tell my side. So she made it sound like I had lied to the community. No, I never outed anybody. Never told where I got my information, some of my information from, or anything. So she felt it was important to make herself look like a badass private investigator when in fact she never got anything on her own. The only thing she did was get the information and go real life and contact these people's parents, family, children, you name it. I mean, look, she contacted. So she felt it was important to make herself look like a badass private investigator when in fact she never got anything on her own. The only thing she did was get the information and go real life and contact these people's parents, family, children, you name it. I mean, look, she contacted KK's tenant. She's contacted anybody that has anything to do with anybody. Go ahead.
She had my tenant in a live stream, and even people in the comments were like, "She owes her money. What are you doing? She destroyed my home, and you have her in a box." I treated her with so much respect. It's not even funny. And then she turns around and she screws me over and has her in a box, all because she wanted to make me look bad. All right, my husband's about to be in the car.
Okay, but my is whose business was it of hers? And she stated in that live that she reached out to the tenant. Okay. Oh, the other thing I was going to touch on about, she claimed that she did not, I'm going to play that video here shortly, but I want to get to this. She said that she never showed minor children, blah, 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 didn't dox, KK. She's still, I watch more from behind the scenes now because I feel like I can't trust anybody because of that live. If you get my drift, when it came to my cancer. But I can't totally blame her because, you know, you do get fog brain after being on chemo for so long. And Chris, tell the truth, took advantage of that. She took advantage of her. like she does anybody else. She threw her sister away for TikTok. She threw her own kids away. She didn't really have anything to do with them. So how are you to talk on children? That just baffles me. But let's touch base on the whole cancer thing. I was actually 380. I was blocked from that live. And when I found out about it, I was texting KK, bawling my eyes out. I was going through the worst times of my life. Halloween was October 31st, had a great time. Took the kid trick-or-treating. Our service dog, our Rottweiler, he was ill. I had a bad feeling. Kept the kid out of school November 1st. He passed away before noon. Big baby. I never got a chance to even mourn him. Because then on November the 4th, or wait a minute, let's see. First was on a Friday. November 2nd, Saturday, 3rd, yeah. November the 4th, dropped the kid off at school. Someone decides they wanted to try and beat me. Coming off of a side street, crashed my car. The only car that we had, that we worked very hard to get. And that was the day I found out I had cancer. So this whole time, everything's moving so fast. And the live that Chris Tell the Truth said, you know, oh, nothing moves that fast, blah, blah, blah. We've got holidays. How would you know, lady? And did you know it's illegal to talk about my health? I didn't say you had my health records. But it is illegal for you to even conduct an interview with someone with cancer. I don't care what type of cancer you have. It's devastating to hear that you have it. I have a child now who is an adult that you all, most of you know, who is autistic, who now apologizes for everything. She says she's sorry, or if I cough, are you okay? Scared to death because of my cancer. So let's see if I can, let me put my green screen back up. Okay, it's just me. I'm going to go to my page and I'm going to turn you around to it. I hope it makes sense. Because not everybody looks at everything, and that's fine. See, I'm so scatterbrained I can't even find it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. I think this is it. Maybe. We'll find out. Let me turn this up. Nope. Hold tight. Hold, please. I want you to hear her voice, and I want you to see what was actually said. So if she can't read something right off of the screen,
could it just be possible that she was scared and she got a
okay, now how many you know?
biopsy and then the biopsy was negative and she went?
Damn it. How do you ask such a stupid question? Like, seriously.
Like, since you're asking a question, I'll ask one back. Could it just be possible that she was scared and she got a biopsy, and then the biopsy was negative and she went?
Let me turn my camera around.
Could it just be possible that she was scared and she got a biopsy, and then the biopsy was negative and she went and rang the bell? Like, since you're asking a question, I'll ask one back.
Well, I just can't.
Could it just be possible that she was scared and she got a biopsy, and then the biopsy was negative and she went and rang the bell?
That was talking about when I went and rang the bell. Why am I just going to walk into a hospital and randomly find a bell and ask the nurses to come clap for me so I can do a TikTok? Where does that come from? Mr. Voles Money Stealer, or whatever your name is that you go by? Yeah, we used to chat behind the scenes too when we were bringing awareness to SP. But the big one, no. Done. You motherfucker. Hang on, I just had another blah. It's asking me for my interests and stuff, and I don't want to do that. Okay. I think it was... Da, 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 da. Was it this one? Oh, yeah. This is it.
And then after the ringing of the bell, there was another video, January the 31st, and it said that treatment did not work, still considered to be in remission.
Okay, did you hear what she said? That I was still considered to be in remission. She was reading off my page, right? Y'all heard that, right? Do I need to replay it? How do I make this rewind? Nope. Oh, that was wrong. Sorry. I told you I'm not good at this live crap. Go back to it. Here it is. Listen again.
And then after the ringing of the bell, there was another video, January the 31st, and it said that treatment did not work, still considered to be in remission.
Okay, do you see that? I did not say I am still considered to be in remission. It says treatments didn't work. I'm still determined to be in remission, so I will keep fighting. Oh, yeah, it's backwards. My bad. Well, you got to hear, so I'm rereading it for you. Treatments didn't, it's on my page, so you'll be able to find it. Treatments didn't work. I'm still determined. And she said that the sentence said, I'm still considered to be in remission. Not once did she show the live. Important question. Did you bring your cancer to TikTok or them? That it could be serious? I actually spoke with a group a couple of different times, and this was prior to my biopsy. They were very concerned. Bluegill, I lost your name. Desperate Box Top. That just sounds so weird. At the time, we didn't know how serious it was because it is wrapped around my right kidney. They weren't weren't sure if it had went into my kidney, because this thing, okay, so your kidney is as big as a potato, basically, right? And my cancer, there's like a little space. There's a vein, your main artery vein next to it, and a bunch of veins go into it. So there's this like little space, right? Then your kidney comes. Probably about that much of a potato. Consider my hand a potato. About that much of my kidney was actually showing. So yeah, they weren't very sure if I would have to, we were talking about kidney removal, the possibilities. Yeah, muscle invasive. Thank you, Lisa. They were afraid that it might be wrapped around the veins so bad that it was going to basically unalive my kidney because of the veins. And we're still not sure where we're at. So I don't really want to go into detail on that. Just know that I am not taking the harsher treatments of chemo, and I'm also going to clip. I didn't get a chance to clip it. She talks actually about the medication that I was on and made it sound like it wasn't for cancer. You can look it up. Rituxan. That is what they treated me with. It's a less harsh chemical that helps to shrink and unalive a kidney, or a cancer. I'm sorry, not a kidney. But because it didn't work, my next option is the harder chemo mixed with Rituxan. And if I do that, it will attack my bone marrow. And I have like a 90% rate of getting leukemia. So I would much rather not go with the harsher chemo. If it's not invaded into my kidney yet, I'll just live with it for now. But we have to keep an eye on it. But I'm just trying to prove to you the narrative that she likes to spin. She had no business. I know what she was doing. She wanted to prove me as a traitor. She wanted to prove to somebody that I was lying about cancer. And by the end of that interview, another anti-scam, Samuel, not Samantha, Sam. I stuck up for you. This is time I get this all out because I need to. I stuck up for you when things were brought out about court on you that were not true, but you couldn't do the same. You could not do the same. So why would I want to come around? Why would I want to hang out with you? Because you said I stopped coming around. There was reasons why I did. So, yeah, please don't argue in the comments, guys. I don't want you guys to argue amongst each other. I want you guys to be careful with what you believe. You tell me one screenshot. One. Give me one screenshot that Chris Tell the Truth has brought on myself. Have you seen it? No. She couldn't even read off correctly. This isn't about people feeling sorry for me about my cancer or anything. I'm